Hey people! As promised in my last video, today I want to give you 15 tips about how to handle love sickness. And I think we should get right into it because it's maybe gonna be a really long video. So, the first one is take your time to grieve. A breakup is always painful, and losing a beloved human is like grieving for a person who've died. So take your time. You're allowed to cry as much as you like. Don't let anyone tell you that you've grieved enough. What helped me personally is music. Sometimes I just need music to let out feelings, like really cheesy music and like heartbreaking music. And last night, for example, a neighbor of mine, like upstairs, he or she was listening to Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis, and I think they might have been going through something as well. Second, let your feelings out. Don't suppress your feelings, they don't go away just because you'd like them to and you ignore them. So we need to see them, and only then we can evaluate them for ourselves. So one possibility for that is just writing a diary. You can write down what's keeping you down and look at all of it from a different perspective. You can also write a letter to your ex. Just say everything what you like to say and write it down, and write everything down, even if you're begging or just like something like that. And what's important is the letter is not for your ex. So please don't send it. You can burn it, or you can even install an email address and send emails to this address and just like address everything you want to. Third, take help. So it really helps to talk about this whole thing about your breakup and everything to someone, and maybe you can talk about your thoughts and feelings, not only because you express yourself, rather because you'll get appreciation and solace. A study from the Northwestern University in Evanston found that if you talk about your breakup 4 times in a time span of 9 weeks, in detail, you'll feel better than someone who only talked about it 2 times. The interesting thing, it doesn't even matter if you talk to someone else or if you talk about it to yourself. 4, no contact. I know it sounds hard, but just go no contact. I know it's different if you have like, if you share something like kids or a dog or something, but let's pretend you don't. And so in my first video, I've talked about love sickness feeling like going through a drug withdrawal cold turkey. So every time you meet your ex or like stalk him online, you will fall back into the drug love, and every time it hurts even more. And tell your ex that you need time to get over the breakup beforehand, and tell him to not contact you either. 5, take care of yourself. Eat, drink and sleep. It feels hard to do any of it, but you need to. Your body keeps you going, and you need to keep your body going. So if your body lacks energy, you will feel even more horrible. A lack of sleep makes us sick and feeling tired, aggressive and moody. So what helps? If you can't eat, try eating little meals and snacks just over the whole day. There's actually anti-love sickness food. This food helps, for example, by lifting up your serotonin levels, or contains a lot of magnesium, which is good for your nerves. So try bananas, nuts, pineapples, avocado, and tomatoes, whole grain, or dark chocolate. If you really can't eat, try drinking energy-dense food like smoothies, milkshakes, or hot chocolate. So if you can't sleep, the problem is during the day we can distract ourselves with random things. So while being in bed, we are alone with our thoughts, and try giving those thoughts room during the day. Like mentioned in the second tip, you can write it in your diary. If that doesn't help, try distracting your thoughts directly. Maybe you fall asleep while reading, or you fall asleep while listening to an audiobook or podcast. Something soothing. Number 6, conquer up your self-confidence. So a breakup can shake our core. We ask us if we're able to even have a relationship, if we did something wrong, if we're too boring or not lovable. All of a sudden we feel unloved, worthless, and that hurts. So the foundation of happiness is being at peace with ourselves. So we can accept or even love ourselves again. So you are perfect, even with your mistakes. So make yourself aware of your good qualities. Number 7, get rid of your ex's stuff. Out of sight, out of mind. Seems logical, is logical. So the less stuff you got of your ex, like clothes, pictures, their favorite snacks, the less you think about them. Ask them to get their stuff or bring your stuff, and don't let them prolong it. Those things of yours which remind you of your ex, put them in a box and put them somewhere until you're able to deal with it. So for me, for example, it was a Lego set, and I unpacked it, I think 2 days ago, because now I'm able to handle the feelings I connect with this Lego set, because it was a present. So number 8, be nice to yourself. You're in a kind of state of emergency. Maybe you feel miserable, don't see yourself as desirable, you're unconcentrated, maybe you're a bit aggressive or react irritable. That makes us even feel worse, because we don't want to be that way. So we don't allow ourselves to let all out. One tip for that, put yourself in the position of your best friend. What would they say? Would they comfort you? Would they hug you? I mean, you would forgive your best friend nearly everything, wouldn't you? So why not forgiving yourself for being not normal, not the normal self at the moment. So the 9th tip, go outside. It's totally fine to have the wish to be completely alone after a breakup, but isolating yourselves makes it even worse. You keep yourself away from everything which might help. Fresh air, exercise, and maybe even social interactions. Go outside, move your body. In these times when you're not allowed to go outside because of the thing, do some sporty activities at home. That could even be dancing to your favorite songs on full blast in your apartment, or like hardly full blast because of your neighbors. Movement helps your body with producing serotonin, and daylight does that too. And maybe you can call your friend or video chat with them. So number 10, treat yourself. Ask yourself what makes you feel good. What do you need right now? What brings you joy? What have you always enjoyed doing? What show or film do you like watching? What brings your taste buds to life? You don't need to answer all of those questions, of course, but maybe you try reading again, making a movie night, a girls, guys, human night. Regardless of what it is, it's important to strengthen yourself by giving you happy moments. Decide for yourself to be happy every day, and do things you like to do. Number 11, focus on the good things. Think back to the days before the breakup, even before the relationship. So there have been so many beautiful things. You smiled every day for a reason. So even if the time after breakup is dark and grey, and there are still happy things in life, it's even harder to see them. So let's concentrate on them. Every time I feel down, I write a happiness journal. I take a little notebook And just before I go to bed, I write down at least 3 things which made me happy today. It's really important to focus even on the littlest things, like helping a grandma walk over the street, or buying your favorite snack and enjoying it, or I don't know, looking at your plant and recognize it's gonna bloom again or something. So what are you proud of doing on that day? That is one of those questions you can ask yourself as well. So number 12, say goodbye to your ideal partner. As soon as we go through a breakup, there are withdrawal symptoms. One of those symptoms is that we idealize our ex-partner. They are all of the sudden perfect. You and they have been perfect and no love was ever as strong as yours. But if that's the case, would there be a breakup? Maybe there have been arguments, maybe there have been things which you didn't like, maybe you weren't always allowed to be yourself, maybe you needed to change, maybe he needed to change, or she or they. Letting go is easier when you think about the negative and the burdensome sides of your ex-partner. You should stop idealizing and think about what you didn't like about them. Number 13, letting go consciously. If you feel like moving forward and process the breakup, it can help to say goodbye to your relationship for real. I have 2 tips for that, like goodbye rituals kinda. So write a letter again. In this letter you can write everything what you finally want to say to your ex, and say goodbye to them. Afterwards, I don't know, burn the letter, eat it. I don't care what you do. I usually burn it. I mean, that sounds really hardcore, but sometimes it's the way to deal with things. You can take like a picture of your ex to them, like say goodbye to their face, and then burn, bury, or rip it. Yeah, I know, hardcore, but still, maybe that helps. Number 14, shape your new life. Your life has changed and so did you. That's why right now is the best time to think about where your life journey is going to take you. How will your life look like? What's important to you? What have you always wanted to do but never did? What would you like to learn? What dreams do you have? Ask you those questions consciously and find answers. You can only go after your goals when you have to find them. Number 15, and last one, learn from your past relationship. So every end is a new beginning. So every life crisis gives us the chance to change, or to make us even slightly better. I mean, we are perfect, right? So maybe there's just a little tiny thing we can make ourselves better. Now, a new stage of life begins, and maybe even a new relationship starts. Of course, this tip is not meant for like the beginning of your love sickness, but as soon as you let go a little, it makes sense to look back critically and engage with yourself. For this, you can state what you want in your new relationship, how you want to change, how your new partner is supposed to be, and figure out your no-goes. Or even your must-haves, I guess. Use your time being single to make sure what you want and what you don't want. That lays the foundation for a happier and more successful relationship in the future. And as I've told you before, I've been through a couple breakups, right? So I'm not in a relationship at the moment, so I really don't I feel lovesick as well, because sometimes I meet a new person and then it doesn't work out, right? And then you have like this feeling of, oh, what if and whatever. Yeah, no, you need to move on. Like, if they didn't want you, that's their problem and not yours. You are the way you are, and you need a partner to accept you for you and not for something they see in you. So I hope I could help you. And if you have like any further tips, write them down in the comments. If you want to share your story, write it down in the comments as well, or text me on Instagram or whatever, like it's down below. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck going through this hard time, and I hope to see you in my next video. Please like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you like to see more of me. So thank you and bye!